A thread from Brian Cates. You were told departing Director of National Intelligence Richard Grinnell just the other day declassified the Flynn-Kislyak calls transcripts, which means they were classified since December of 2016. Who sees the problem? When it comes to the narrative, Wray should have declassified these transcripts long ago. Because I distinctly recall people dragging Wray for not only failing to declassify these transcripts, they were also demanding he disclose them publicly, or at least under seal, so they could be provided to Flynn's defense team. The narrative depends on two major assumptions. One, since there never was any ongoing federal investigation of the federal felony crime of leaking the transcripts to the media, and two, as FBI director, Wray can declassify whatever he wants whenever he wants to. Both of these assumptions are wrong. Wrong assumption number one, which I refer to as the Fitton assumption. This assumption goes like this. Despite the fact everyone knows leaking the Flynn intercepts was a blatant federal crime, the DOJ was not investigating it. No U.S. attorney was assigned. Nothing was happening. I was assured for more than 3 years there was no investigation to find the Flynn leaker since A, the DOJ never announced such an investigation was starting, and B, if the DOJ had started such an investigation, there would have been leaks, and we would have heard about it. Stop for a moment and ponder how absurd that is. You're being asked to believe the DOJ announces publicly when they are starting a crucial national security investigation involving a leak of classified information. Do you really think the DOJ does this? Let's poll that. When the DOJ begins a sensitive national security investigation of a criminal leak of classified information, their policy is to A, hold a press conference about it, or B, say nothing. Results so far with 1,332 votes, 96.8, say nothing. Let's go further into the absurdity, shall we? Having not announced the beginning of their secret investigation into a criminal leak of classified information, the investigators investigating this crime will break the law by leaking about their own investigation. 70% say no. So, no announcement, no leaks, proves there's no investigation to find the Flynn leaker you've been repeatedly told for almost 4 years. Let's continue the absurdity. Since nothing's happening, and the DOJ isn't investigating this blatant Flynn leak, there's no reason not to give the leak evidence to Congress and to Judicial Watch. This is where you end up if you make that wrong assumption. But what if that assumption is wrong and there has been an investigation at the DOJ for 3+ years now, centered around the Flynn leaker and his fellow plotters, who are all involved in a massive coup attempt? Is it DOJ policy to expose material evidence from ongoing cases? This is the thing people are missing. The Flynn leak that set up the Flynn frame is a late chapter in a book about an attempt to sabotage a presidency by an entire cabal of federal officials spread across multiple government agencies. What would that mean? That means the investigation into the Flynn leaker would be just one part of the most crucial national security investigation ever attempted in U.S. history. People claiming the most sensitive national security investigation ever undertaken of this attempted coup needed to be done with complete transparency from the start, have no idea what they are saying. The same dirty cops involved in the Flynn leak and then framing him are the same dirty cops who attempted the coup. What makes you think it was even possible to separate the Flynn leak case from the massive coup plot it was part of. The evidence is only being declassified now because Durham is almost finished and he is telling Barr it's okay to declassify particular documents in a certain order. Which brings up the second wrong assumption, that Wray has declassification authority. He does not. Trump has it. Trump delegated Spygate declassification to Barr. So, Barr has it. The Director of National Intelligence has declassification authority too. Guess who doesn't have it? The FBI Director. And why is nobody asking this? Grinnell became acting DNI months ago. Why'd he wait until his final day in that post to declassify the transcript of the Flynn calls? Why'd he wait for his last week to declassify the unmasking list? Well, he waited until the people handling these criminal cases told him. They now have no objection to declassification of this or that particular document. This is showing that the indictments are going to start with the Flynn leaker. The people handling the cases are letting Barr and Grinnell and now Ratcliffe know when to declassify. Wray can't declassify any Spygate documents himself, even if he wanted to. And you know what's really funny? Several of the pundits beating Wray up for the past year knew he couldn't declassify any of this Spygate evidence. But hey, sure made for great TV, right? Look at my pinned tweet. The capital you function on in the news media is trust. You lose some of that capital every time your audience finds out you sold a lie to them. That's not just about lying DNC media complex people. There are plenty of people on the right who will push stuff to you because there's money in it. It's a popular narrative. They want the clicks, the views, and the profit, so they will tell you stuff they know is BS because it's popular. Doesn't matter that it's wrong. It's where the crowd's going right now, so that's where the money is. I'm not out to be popular. If I was, I'd have joined the chorus attacking Wray for not declassifying this stuff he never had the authority to declassify in the first place. I'm out to be right. That's the difference.